Hey, this is Ryan Skaggs, and in this video, video 4, we're going to talk about how to find down payment assistance, how to find grants. Well, some words that you want to figure out or where to start, city and state. So what I mean by that is you want to look for cities, bigger cities could have some sort of down payment assistance. For instance, the city of Chicago, over the last 15 years that I've been doing this job as a loan officer, more than a couple times have had investment opportunities where they've got first-time homebuyer grant funds for people, right? So when they're trying to spur home ownership or they're trying to get more properties purchased, maybe there's too many out there in inventory, they're trying to spur it in their own individual city. So in this case, I would go onto your web browser and say City of Chicago down payment assistance, see what pops up, right? So whatever city that may be, right? State. Now in this case, a majority, and I can't speak for all, but I would guess all, so I'll say a majority, are going to have some sort of down payment assistance through their state entity. What is their state entity? In the state of Illinois, that's IHDA, IHDA, Illinois Housing Development Authority. The federal one you probably know starts with an F, FHA, Federal Housing Administration. This is basically the state level. I grew up in Indiana. Indiana's exactly the same thing. They have state funds as well for first-time home buyers. Now, typically, the lenders that are allowed to or signed up to do those down payment assistance funds are local lenders, not huge conglomerate banks. They typically do not have the ability through the state agencies, because the state agencies are trying to promote these funds through local lenders. So in Illinois, my company, we are based in Illinois, so therefore our office is in Illinois. I'm sitting in Illinois. I'm sitting just north of Chicago right now. So with that said, IHDA in this case has several different programs. Some things that you want to know and understand is, like, once you can go into your state of insert here, state of Nebraska, Housing Development Authority, or something like that, you're going to immediately find the state-run kind of website or state association, state entity, right, state agency that is going to have those funds. Then you can get into and look for things like, if I would tell you for Illinois, I would say IHDA Program Matrix. You went into your web server and you searched IHDA Program Matrix, you would find the different programs that are available through IHDA right now, right? It's June of 2023. You would be able to find those immediately. Like right now, there's a $10,000 first-time home buyer program that you pay that back once you refinance or sell. That'll be gone probably by the end of the year. Then they'll have a new one. And again, if you find the updated program matrix, you're probably going to be able to see the information on what is out there for you. Now, before you start getting too granular into the detail, contact a lender. Ask someone, hey, do you do down payment assistance? Walk me through what sort of programs you have available, right? Now, if they seem knowledgeable and understanding of what these programs are, the information behind it, if you look at from the videos before, we talked about in the intro video, video 1, we talked about recapture and other things. If they're giving you these details and helping you understand how to qualify, what the qualifications are, then you've likely found a great lender to be able to do that. Now, in this case, in IHDA, who qualifies, right? So you've now found the right program, so who qualifies for this? Typically, you're going to have an income limit, and I'll just give you a general income limit, not quoting an exact one for any specific program, but they're typically looking at the area median income. So I'm going to say 125 household income limit. Well, when you talk about household, every program is going to potentially be different. Does that mean if there's two spouses, one could go on the loan, the other is not a part of it, and they're only using that income to potentially qualify for first-time homebuyer grants? Yeah, that's possible. Absolutely possible. But there's others that look for tax returns and say, oh, there's other people in your household, their income has to qualify too, and therefore you're over, right? So you have to ask and be able to see it, right? So that is one piece, is the household income. There's always going to be some sort of minimum credit score for these programs. They're going to kind of bucket you all into the same place and say minimum credit score of X, and go from there. So for the Illinois Housing Development Authority for IDA loans, right now, that minimum credit score is 640. So if you got 640, you're going to potentially be able to be eligible if you're underneath the income limit, underneath the debt to income. Again, some nuance pieces or detailed pieces that your lender can help with. So contact the lender if you have questions. My contact info is below. But with that said, something to consider is the purchase price as well. Is that as you go up in purchase price range, you're going to meet a high end or a ceiling of purchase price for grant money for first-time homebuyer programs. So you want to be asking those questions as well as what purchase price do I need to fall under? I've had times where I've spoken with, potential buyers. They go out, they get a contract, and they're like $3,000 over. And I'm like, hey, if you get that $3,000 under, right, then you potentially would be eligible for up to $10,000, right? So it's way in their benefit. They got to figure out how to get that property for below. But that is one of those things where you need to be conscious of that prior to making the offer, not after a seller's already accepted it. So something to consider on the purchase price too. So again, in summary, you want to look up city, state, and then your municipality. Find out the name of the agency, of the entity that does these down payment assistance for your state, and that will help you get extremely far in terms of your due diligence and your homework as you prepare to be a first-time home buyer. So make sure and check out video 5. We're going to go through some real-life examples of first-time home buyers, the funds that they're able to get, cash to close, and let me know what questions you have. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much, and thanks for tuning in.